North Dakota Game and Fish Department says chronic wasting disease did not spread during last year's deer season. CWD is a brain disease that can impact deer, elk, and moose. KX News' Mary Gutenkoff talked with the Game and Fish veterinarian about what they found after running tests and talking with hunters last season.
It's kind of a concerning disease because once it gets established within an area, it's really difficult to get rid of or even reduce infection rates.
To keep chronic wasting disease under control, Game and Fish conducts an annual study to see how the numbers are looking in our state. Wildlife veterinarian Dr. Charlie Bonson says this year's study focused on southeast North Dakota, where they found no deer with the disease. However, they did find positive cases in other areas of the state.
We did have 11 cases, but those all came from areas where we'd previously found it, kind of south-central part of the state and then the far northwest.
Experts say these tests are crucial to knowing more about our deer population. When the deer are infected with the disease, they start acting erratically.
It'll, urinate, salivate excessively. It'll stop eating, so it starts rapidly losing condition. It'll also just do weird brain things, so walking in circles or bruxating, which means grinding its teeth, just bizarre things.
However, Dr. Bonson says that these symptoms can take nearly 2 years to present themselves.
In that interim, it actually can look perfectly healthy, and so there's really no reliable way to just look at a deer and know what the infection status is.
He also says the delayed symptoms make it easy for people to eat infected deer without knowing they have the disease.
Out of a sense of caution, the CDC recommends that if you're hunting in an area where CWD is known to exist, you have your animal tested and then make a decision based off of that test result.
In order to help hunters and to track the disease in our state, Game and Fish offers these tests for free. By testing your animals and staying aware of these stats, we can stay ahead of the spread and keep the numbers low.
We really appreciate all the help from hunters, taxidermists, meat lockers that help us get a handle on chronic wasting disease every year. Knowing where it is and how frequently it occurs is a really important way of managing this disease.
Reporting for KX News, I'm Mary Gutenkoff.
Last session, state lawmakers tried passing a bill preventing the Game and Fish Department from banning hunting with bait on private land. That bill ended up failing in the Senate. Since the disease is spread through bodily fluids, Game and Fish is restricting baiting for animals in many counties throughout the state where previous positive tests have shown up. You can read more about those restrictions at kxnet.com.